Welcome to a brand new episode of New Start Monday Knits. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool and welcome. It's Monday. It's a brand new week, which means brand new possibilities for our knitting, and I have got a brand new start. I had all of these skeins of yarn out of my stash that I posted on Instagram for you guys to vote on whether this would be a mitten or a hat. So we'll get to that in a second. We'll talk about this week's new start yarn, the project. Hi Diane. I have some updates. I have some updates that I can't really show you because Jocelyn and I are doing our check-in this coming Thursday night. So I don't want to give any secrets away yet on how my progress is coming. So we will chat. So maybe this will be a little shorter one tonight. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Amber. So first things first, this week's new cast on. I decided that I would actually go to my stash and pull out some yarn for this week's cast on because the last few weeks I've gone out and I have bought yarn. Hey, everybody who's popping in here. Happy Monday. So I pulled out 5 balls of yarn. I started pulling balls. I think I pulled the gray first. Actually, I did the gray first, then I did the red. So what is the gray here? Flagstone. It's all Patton's Classic Wool Superwash DK. Hi, Sherry. So I pulled the gray first, and then I pulled this one, and it is claret. I thought those two looked pretty. I do not know what is wrong with me. Well, I do. It's Christmas. I am not a red person. I don't know why this is in my stash, but I like red, and especially this kind of burgundy cranberry color at Christmas time. Then I, of course, grabbed some yellow. What color is this? It is gold. Hi, Jocelyn. Oh, what is, okay, I have to check Jocelyn's comment here. She said, speaking of check-ins, I can't hear stay long. Oh, there. Okay, Jocelyn, that doesn't quite seem fair. I'm not knitting for this hour. I don't know if you should be either. I'm just teasing. Go ahead and knit. I am not worried in the least. I'm not stressing yet because it's only Monday. Check-in day is Thursday, so lots of time, and who needs to sleep? Purple is eggplant. I decided that I think I had these, and then I went with the green, and I think I needed something a little deeper. So then that's when I pulled out the eggplant off the shelf. So what is the green? Apple green. Looks exactly like an apple green, doesn't it? I know, knit faster, both of us. I know. So for those of you who, if you have never seen one of Jocelyn and I's check-ins, what we do is the first Thursday of every month, we are live here on the Wildflower Wool YouTube channel, and we talk about the progress we made on the whips that we decided the previous month that we were going to work on. We're not saying the finish word any longer, or at least I'm not. Jocelyn may be trying to finish. I've learned not to say the F word because it often backfires on me. So I like to say lots of progress. So we will see. It's come Thursday night, and that is at 7:30, so half an hour earlier than this live. And we'll see what Jocelyn and I both accomplished. It was sweater and blanket month for Jocelyn and I. So, okay. Oh, maybe I should tell you who won the poll. So every Monday I post pictures of the yarn or a project or of whatever, and I put a couple of options up there as to what the yarn should be. So this week I knew what the yarn was. Sometimes I post a picture of 2 yarns and I say, what should I knit? Should I knit the gray or should I knit the yellow? If I know the project, I just need to know the color. This time I knew the yarn, but I let you guys pick the project. So it was either hats or mittens, and it is still mitten month for the Fiber Friends, like until what 24 hours, maybe a little more, right? For Mitten Month, for the Fiber Friends Challenge. So a couple people said, it's still Mitten Month, do mittens. Then a couple of other wise people said, it's still Mitten Month, but you won't have time to get them finished. So it was back and forth. Hi, Sam. It was back and forth all day long. I had a super, super busy work day, so I was hardly on Instagram at all, but I checked a couple of times throughout the day, and it would be the hat was ahead, then the mittens were ahead, then hats, and like it really bounced back and forth. And I was thinking, I don't know what is going to actually be my project. Well, this is where I always think I need a drum roll. Hi, Nancy. The winner is Mittens. Mittens. And I think that was kind of my first thought. I was watching a Christmas movie yesterday. Surprise, surprise. And there was something caught my eye because as I was knitting and listening and watching the movie, just on the corner of the screen, I think it was like an extra in the movie, she walked by and she had these mittens on. And I thought, oh, I really liked those. So I think that was where the mitten thought popped into my head, that I wanted to do some color work mitts, because hers were kind of a white with blue. I have no blue. I have no white. This is what I ended up with, but I think that was my inspiration. So I was kind of hoping for mitts. So I am super excited. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But this is going to be fun. Typically, sometimes when I do color work, I pick 2 colors or I pick 3. This time I thought I was going to go wild and crazy, and we're going to use all 5. So we will see what happens with this project. So mitts, I'm pretty excited. I am going to do something that I have not decided about yet, because honestly I didn't know if it was going to be mitts or hat until, you know, like 10 minutes ago. So I'm thinking a super long, I don't know, I really don't know. This is the exciting part. Now I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. Will I make them Christmas mittens? I kind of think I would like to do that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Sorry about that, guys. I touched a button. Ugh. Anyways, so that's this week's project. New mittens. Gonna be fun. I did a little bit of work on my thrummed mittens, not too much, but they're kind of on hold till after Jocelyn and I record. And I will try to have those finished for Friday when Jocelyn, what is that? Oh, when Jocelyn and I record, then the mittens will happen for Friday when Cheryl and I podcast. Is the point instead of trying to lose weight? That's good, Amber. Okay, last week's new start, you guys. That last week's new start, that poll was the trickiest one ever. It went between, so it was the scarf. It was between a bias stripe scarf and the Fair Isle candy cane kind of motif. And that one really, really was back and forth. And, oh, Nikki. Oh, hi, Nikki. You know, Nikki, I have 2. I think the Saltwater Knits ladies, do they have 3 books? They have a gift one, they have a mitten one, and then they have one that is like hats, mitts, and socks. I have 2 out of 3. But you're right. I should knit something from there, shouldn't I? Anyways, last week's project was the red and the white. This is the Cascade 220. And yeah, so Nikki's saying yes, they do have 3 books. I have 2 of them. They're just, yeah, inspiration. I love looking at them. They're almost like coffee table books. So this was it. This was my striped scarf yarn. Really nice yarn, 100% wool. I cast on, took me a few tries on this one to get the size that I wanted, the knitting on the bias the way I wanted. So here it is. I'm off to the races now. There's no stopping me now. I am loving knitting this. Oh, okay. Well, we'll start. This is the way I'm holding it. This looks like the back. It is all garter stitch. Oh, good. Thought I was tangled or losing something. So here we go. So needle is a 5mm needle, I'm pretty sure. Just a short one because I knew my scarf wasn't going to be super wide. Yes, 100% wool, Cascade 220. There's no color names of these, so I can't tell you other than it's like a ruby. It's really dark. I think it's looking more rusty maybe on the screen, but it is like a ruby cranberry color, and then a white. And here it is knit up. Isn't this fantastic? I love knitting stuff on the bias. It is so fun. You guys all know it's the little things that excite me to no end, like turning a heel on a sock. How many heels have I turned in my knitting career? I don't know, right? It never ceases to amaze me when you start to see the little triangle, the little cup shape of the heel. It, it just makes me happy, and so does this. So this here, what I've done, I really wanted to do this in a two-row stripe. I could have done wider stripes, like a wider red, a wider white, whatever, but I don't know. I just really thought, I just wanted to do the 2-row striping. This way there's no ends to weave in. As if you did color blocks, and you'd have beginning and end tails to sew in, right? So I really liked this. So I started down here with 3 stitches and knitting across, doing my increased rows until I got it the width that I wanted it. Now, just as a word, if you are going to make up one of these scarves, the width is not, okay, I'm having trouble. I feel like I need a third hand here if I try something like this. So it's like a dishcloth, right? You're starting out here, you're increasing on the ends, and you come up. The width is not here. So it's a little deceiving. The width is actually this. So as you're knitting, okay, I can't do that. I can't hold up my mouth and then I can't talk. What am I need an assistant. That's what I need. Okay, so as you're knitting across, when you get up here, it's like in a dishcloth, you would come up to like what, your 35, 40, whatever stitches. That is the width of your dishcloth, but down here it is the side. So as I've started doing my decreasing now, you can see how this side has come up here, increased, and then now it's coming up here. So this is going to be the bottom of the scarf, and this is going to be one of the sides of the scarf. And then that's how you get your diagonals. Anyways, it's fun. It's fun to do. It's easy to knit. I am doing, on this side, I'm slipping my stitches. This side I'm not. This is why, because I have to twist, bring up the color that I'm not using. So it's not slipped. So it does look a little different, but I think it looks pretty just the way it is. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. And I'm just going to knit on and on and on until I don't know, use up all my yarn, or it's Christmas Eve and I want to wear this scarf. I want to wear this on Christmas Eve. That's my plan. So we'll see. And Amber, if you saw Amber's comment, I think she said something about this yarn looks familiar. Amber and I ran into each other at Little Red Mitten this past weekend, and she talked me into buying another skein of the red and the white so I could do a matching hat. So we will see. We will see if that happens or not. I have a feeling the closer it gets to Christmas, the less I'm going to be sleeping. But that's okay. I'm no stranger to that. That's kind of how I roll around Christmas time. So remember this project from a couple of weeks ago? These little minis from Full Moon Fibers. I don't know if you can see. Oh, they're there. The rest of them are down, still in that bowl. I haven't wound them up yet. I've been working with these 3 colors. And let me see if I can remember. Out and About, Pumpkin Spice, and Let It Glow. And so I really like these together. This was the cowl. I only did a few rounds on this, but I will show it to you anyways, just because it's really pretty. This is, ooh, I can't remember. This might be a 4.5. I'm not sure if that's stamped on here. Might be a 4.5 millimeter. Oh, hey Sue, how's my son's blanket coming along? I will talk about that in a second. It's coming. I really like this. I went a little bit bigger needle size for this sock minis because I really wanted it to have a nice lot of drape. So I'm alternating colors. This was the pumpkin spice, and then the pumpkin spice and the Out and About. And then I cut the yarn. I'm going to have a lot of ends to weave in on this one. I took out the Out and About, which is the greeny shades, and I added in the Let It Glow, which is that kind of rosy colored. So I'm knitting with the rosy colored, the Let It Glow, and the pumpkin spice. And I'm going to do that for a little bit. And then I will grab one of these minis from behind me. Randomly pick, oh, this one. How about this one? Then I'll do a little bit of the green. Is this spruce it up? Maybe that'll be the next color I put in there. And just make it really random and just mixing 2 skeins at a time throughout the row is my plan. So we'll see how that turns out. It's fun though. It's mindless knitting too. I'm holding 1 strand in each hand, so it's two-handed Fair Isle knitting. Makes it really easy. There's no floats to catch. Just simple round and round knitting. What else did I work on? Okay, so Sue asked about the blanket. I'm not going to show you the blanket because that grand big reveal is going to be for Thursday, but I will show you the yarn. The Ogo Bernat blanket yarn. I really, really like this stuff, you guys. The Bernat blanket. So it's actually really nice to knit with. It's 100% polyester. It's a number 6 bulky weight yarn. Super bulky, I guess is what they're calling it. They suggest an 8 millimeter needle, but I went down to a 7 because I knit loose. And yeah, I don't know. I was just really worried that this might kind of stretch out. So I wanted to knit it a little tighter. It is nice. It is really, really nice to knit with. It feels nice and cozy. I am so happy with it. So happy with it. What I will tell you is that I changed my plan up for it. My initial plan was to do a double seed stitch all through it. And I started doing it, but the seed stitch, because it is just a version of ribbing, I was doing 2 knits, 2 purls, was really stretchy, and I didn't like it. It was too loose. So I scrapped that and pulled it out, and then I thought, okay, I'm just going to do a nice, like wide border all the way around and do stockinette in the middle. plain simple, just, let the yarn stripe up and carry on. I started doing that, and I did a little bit with the stockinette in the middle, and as you're knitting it, I was thinking, do I like this? I'd knit 3 stitches and I'd hold it out and look at it and try to convince myself that, yeah, I think I do like this. I think it'll be fine. I like it. Do knit a little more. Just knit a little more and see, how it turns out. So I knit a little more and a little more, and then finally I was like, ugh, I didn't like it. I was trying to convince myself. So I pulled it out again, and I just went with garter stitch, and I love it. Plain, simple, soft, squishy. Love it. I mean, it's not quite reversible, because when you join the colors, the color changes. You get the little blip on the back of the work where the 2 colors show through. So it's not totally reversible, but I don't think he's going to worry about that. I like it. So I have a deadline. I have so much that I have to knit every day so I can have this done for Christmas Eve. I don't even have Christmas Eve night, because I could have. I'm deciding I want to have it for Christmas Eve, because I would really like to gift it to Eric Christmas Eve when he sleeps over. So then he can actually put it on the bed and sleep with it Christmas Eve, is my plan. I guess my backup plan is that will not happen. And then he will just get it Christmas Day if I have to knit on it Christmas Eve. So I'm not going to give you any other hints as to if I'm behind schedule, if I'm ahead of schedule, if I'm right on. I will show you what I have knit on Thursday. So, but it's nice if you haven't knit with this, for an acrylic yarn, I'm actually really happy with it. It's really nice. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, Christmas sock. Our Wildflower Wool Christmas sock knit along ends, oh my gosh, it ends this Saturday night or Sunday morning. As long as the thread's open on Ravelry, you can put your finished sock in there. Will I have a finished pair of socks? I don't know. Well, I think I do know, and I just don't want to say it out loud yet, because there's always time. So I'm not going, I don't know if I will or not. But I did get a lot of knitting done on my sock this weekend. It was, another couple Christmas movies. Hi, Catherine. And I'm on the heel. So remember, I had said I was going to do the magic heel in these Christmas socks. So I started it, and I'm liking it. I'm liking knitting it so far. So I hope I really enjoy knitting it. So just a recap here. This is the yarn, Cascade Yarns. It is Heritage Prints. And I don't think there was a name of this one either. Boy, I like it. Do you guys like it when the yarn companies give their yarn names? Like, I really think that this should be Peppermint Crunch? Peppermint, that doesn't sound right. Maybe not Peppermint Crunch. Hi, Susanna. But a Peppermint Swirl or Peppermint something. Anyways, it is just color 26. But it's very, very pretty. And I'm really, really happy with how it's knitting up. Loving the jacquard or the marled kind of striping, and then the solid stripes. Really, really liking it. So, and then flip it around. There's the start of the heel. Peppermint bark. Yes, I know it does. It's a peppermint something, isn't it? So there's the start of my heel. So it is just 2x2 ribbing. And I will have to say a big thank you. I got a comment on last week's video giving me some measurements to use as a guideline for what this knitter used for her socks. And I was right in thinking that I could go 6 or 7 inches here for the leg as normal, and then start the heel where I would normally do my heel flap. And then she gave me a suggestion of what she does for her socks, how far to knit the heel flap. Hi, Katie. And then so much for the foot, and then so much for the toes. So I'm going to use that as a rough guide, and we'll see how it fits. But look at that, 2x2 ribbing. I briefly thought for a second that I would switch it out and do 1x1 ribbing. I don't know why I think I have to modify everything. And then I rethought it and I thought, okay, Louise, the designer has done this. It's been test knit. People are loving it the way it is. Why do I think I need to change it? So I had done a couple of stitches in 1x1 ribbing and I pulled it out and I went and I did the 2x2. I think maybe I was thinking a heel flap, a regular heel flap. You know, you slip knit, so it's kind of 1x1. It has that 1x1 rib look. I think that's what I was thinking, that I wanted to kind of replicate that, but I didn't. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll try it on another sock. Has anybody thought about doing that on a Magic Heel sock, to play around and change it to 1x1? I mean, I'm really sure it doesn't matter, 1x1 or 2x2. I think the thought that ran through my mind again was that there it is, Nancy, right there, right at that red. I started 2x2 ribbing. So all of this is heel right here. Half the sock is heel and half the stock, half the blah, blah, blah. The other half is the instep over the top of your foot. So still just like a regular sock, because typically you do split out, whether you're doing a short row heel or a heel flap and gusset, half your stitches are worked for the heel flap. So same with this. And I'm going to do it a couple more inches, about 4.5 inches, I think is what. And so it's like a tube sock. So it's a tube sock and a heel flap sock combined. It's good night, Jocelyn. Don't stay up too late knitting tonight. So yeah, so this, your whole ribbing flap, so you're just doing a big long heel flap that will take the place of the heel turn. The first part is like your heel flap, and then where you turn the heel, you're going to keep going and do some more ribbing, and then your heel will just nestle in the middle part of this ribbing, and then the ribbing, which is nice and stretchy, it'll just form around your heel. Kind of ingenious, right? Like so simple, but what a great idea for somebody, like a gift that you don't know exactly the length of their foot and leg and all that, and this will be a little more forgiving, right? And but it has a little more structure, is that the word I want to use, than just a tube sock. I mean, a tube sock, there's really nothing for your heel. This has a little stretch maybe to hold around the foot, maybe better than a tube sock. I don't know. I'll find out, I guess, when I wear it someday soon. Sherry's saying 2x2 is more stretchy than 1x1. Yes, you're right. Because the so yeah, it will be stretchy. So it's, I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking. I guess those were the reasons why I was thinking it. But we'll see. I think 2x2 looks fine. Anyways, it's nice. And there again, I would probably get a whole lot more done if I would stop admiring it. And heaven help me, I actually put it on my hand to show it to somebody. And I said, I'm like, ooh, this would actually make a really nice fingerless mitt. And I'm like, oh no, you guys are wearing me down here. But really, I don't know, it doesn't have a thumb hole, but if I ever felt this urge to do fingerless mitts, I guess I can just cast on 64 stitches just like I would for a sock. And they do kind of, see, this is why I don't get any knitting done. I just love to admire my knitting. Anyway, I like this. I'm happy. So I'm thinking that this will be a tonight project. I'm gonna get my mittens cast on. Actually, I'm really quite happy that I picked yarn that doesn't have to be wound up. I can just pick a color and cast on. So I think that is all of the knitting that I have done this week. A majority of it has been on the blanket to get that started and underway. Oh, yeah, big project, a bigger project than I should have. Yeah, should not have left it quite so late, but that's all right. So, okay, what have you guys been knitting on? I'm going to scroll back a little bit into the comments and just see who all is here. Oh, Noelle is here. Great pattern for... Okay, hi, Noelle. So, yes, great pattern for kids. So this is about the magic heel sock. Exactly. They would fit longer. You're right. Because you've got that heel flappy thingy. Do we call it heel flap? So, yeah, kids, it can kind of be adjustable, right? That's great. Oh, Amber started hat and mittens. Diane, rocket sweater. Oh, for your hubby. Wonderful. Hey, Joanne. Jen, how are you? Mitts, haha. Okay, what's this? Oh, okay. Oh, Jen. No, Catherine. That's who I wanted to say. Catherine, I did get your message about the Fiber Friends and the Mitten Challenge. I'm going to put those in the Ravelry group for you tonight. So I will go back and look at your comment on Facebook. So if I happen to not message you back tonight, remind me again tomorrow. But I did see it. I just didn't get around to it yet. So Jen, yes, mitts. You were, okay, but okay, so Jen, you knit 6 pairs of mitts, like Fair Isle mitts within the week, right? Because that was for your photo shoot, wasn't it? That was incredible. I had no idea last Monday when you were talking that you needed to get 6 pairs of mittens finished in a week. I thought you just meant, you know, plain Jane, worsted weight mittens. You post a picture and they're all Fair Isle. I'm like, and then Catherine, you said you knit 6 pairs in like 6 days as well. And they were cute, like the work sock pattern on them. Super, super cute. Super cute. Oh, Joanne. Well, Joanne, I'm glad you're here. So, Joanne, what are you knitting these days? Did you ever finish the shawl, the yarn, the Songbird Fibers yarn that you bought when we went to the trunk show there at Galt House of Yarn? Sue, you are just putting, oh, the heel in your sister's knee socks. Oh, there's some commitment. That's like 2 pairs of socks in one. Putting afterthought heels so can make them taller. Oh, as tall as the yarn would allow. Perfect. That's a good way to do it. Katie's working on mittens. Oh, okay. Probably not getting the second pair done this month. Well, that's okay. At least if you've got to start on them, that's a win, right? Nancy, you're knitting the Harbor Cowl. Oh, and the weekend scarf. Fantastic. Are they gifts, Nancy? Joanne, you did get the shawl finished? I'm sure you did. That was like a while ago now, wasn't it? Lynn, how are you? You just started the Inclination Shawl by Andrea Mowry. Oh, nice. Doing it in one color. Oh, black with little colorful tweety bits. Oh, that'll be nice. That'll be wearable, right? It'll match and go with everything, right? Noelle, socks for the family. Festive dresses. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Noelle, are you knitting? You guys, I'm sure you guys follow along Noelle and Kelly Knits and Pieces podcast. So Noelle, you always typically knit socks for all of your family, don't you? So I'm assuming you're doing that again. Are you on track? No, I don't think Noelle ever stresses about her knitting because she is so fast that, you know, even if Noelle was like me and started a blanket a week ago, she would be whipping it off in no time. Oh, Sam, you've lost your knitting mojo. Well, hopefully we can help you get it back. Maybe we'll inspire you. Joanne, you started and finished Christmas socks. That's exciting. Joanne, you should put them in the Wildflower wool Christmas sock knit along. Go post them in Ravelry. Oh, Nancy, not for you. So they're for gifts. or Nancy, are you doing the charity knitting, or am I thinking of somebody else? Nikki, sweater design. Oh, you're designing a cardigan? That's exciting. So you got, yes, we'll have to look for, I'm gonna knit Nikki's new hat pattern that just released, the cable pattern, and that might sneak in as next week's New Start Monday knits. We'll have to see what I have for yarn, or maybe I'll go shopping for some others. We'll see, but it looks really fun. I'm really looking forward to knitting that. Exactly. Noelle is a knitting machine. I know. Oh, Noelle, you're still on track. Fantastic. Oh, Nancy. Oh, they are for you. Oh, so the cowl and the scarf are both for you. That's wonderful. That's great. Yeah, come to think of it, I'm doing more knits for me than I am for gift knitting right now too. Lynn, you think think there are clones of Noelle? I know, maybe that's how. There's just she does so much. Yes. I know, how can there only be one? There must be one that takes over when she goes to sleep. I know, like little knitting elves. Oh, speaking of elves, have you guys watched A Boy Called Christmas? Donna suggested that I should watch that Christmas movie. It's on Netflix, and it's really cute. It's really nice. It was fun. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Yes, Debbie, the Loving Path, has her open house for anybody who is local to the London area or wants to do a little bit of a drive. Debbie, the Loving Path, is doing her open house. Yeah, she always does a Christmas open house, and it is this Sunday. So, oh, I see what you're saying. I could potentially buy a new skein of yarn for the hat pattern, I think is what Amber is getting at. And I like what she's thinking. I could totally do that because I'm going to go anyways. So I might as well get, oh, okay. So you know what? I know this, Nikki. I was thinking, I was going to ask you what the pattern is called. So the hat is called Christmas Chronicles. Oh, Christmas Chronicle. Oh, so did you name it actually after the movie? I was looking on Ravelry today to see what all, or Netflix, to see what all Christmas movies they had, and I saw they had Christmas Chronicles on there, and I'm thinking, it felt like I just watched that, but I guess I watched it last year because I haven't watched it yet this year, but boy, time flies. Oh, Noelle, you wish you had some knitting clones? Trying to convince your husband to weave in ends. What would it take? What would it take to recruit him? What would it take for anybody's husband to be talked into that? I don't know. What? That's okay, so Nikki's saying so what the hat was named after the movie. Oh, Donna is here. Hi, Donna. Yes, I know. A Boy Called Christmas. It was really nice. It was really nice. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. It was great. It was great. It was fun. I liked it. There was elves. It's kind of like the start of how the North Pole and Santa Claus came to be. Nikki, you want to watch it? Yes, you should watch it. Nancy, you made a baby blanket. Oh, with the Bernat blanket? Okay. Oh, you like knitting with it too? Great. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm liking it enough that I'm actually thinking I would do it another blanket, either for me or for somebody else. I mean, I've got wool set aside, wool to do a blanket, but it's not superwash. And it's kind of hard, right, when you've got a cat or you've got animals and you've got pet hair to have something that you can't throw in the dryer, right? So I would, depending on what colors all this came in, I would do another one of this for me too. Oh, Donna, you just snuck in. I know, I was gonna say, I didn't see. Usually I don't know, sometimes it tells me who's watching, and I didn't see you pop in here. Oh, Nikki, you couldn't find a pattern that you liked anywhere, so you made one. Exactly. That's pretty much how all designs come to be, isn't it? Oh, both Christmas Chronicles. You know, yeah, I don't know if I've watched both of them because they have Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell in them, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. I know I watched at least one of them. Oh, I agree, Noelle. It is a really cute hat. So Sam is here, and I know Sam loves cables, and it has a really cute cable on it. And Donna, you started doing cabled hats. You might really like this pattern as well. Are you getting any advents? I am not. Is anybody else? I know, isn't it hard to believe? December 1st is in 2 days. The whole month of December has just flown. Oh, Amber, oh, so was Goldie Hawn. They wanted to do a movie for their grandchildren. Who does that? Who does that? What a fantastic idea to do a movie for their grandchildren. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Nancy, are you getting Advent? That's which one? I mean, there was a lot of people were doing them. I know, Susanna. Hi, Susanna. I know November has flown, hasn't it? Oh, hey, Eva. How are you, Eva? You're up late again. You are up really late. It is after 2 o'clock. Guess what? Okay, I will tell everybody. And now, I am so terrible. It's like, good job this isn't a secret because I am just terrible. I can't keep anything, not that it's a secret, but I have really started putting some thought into my next trip to Norway. And I am so excited. And it's not going to happen for over a year, but just the thought of actually kind of firming up some plans is really, really exciting. So I know when I saw Eva, because for those of you that don't know, Eva is in Norway, and which made me think of it, Eva. Except I don't know if Bergen is on. I don't think Bergen is on the itinerary for this trip, but we'll have to see. And let's see here. Oh, Yarn Ink in Hypnotic Yarn. Yarn Ink I've heard of. Hypnotic Yarn I don't think I have. So you're getting 2? That is so exciting. Yes, Amber, you should. You guys should all take a peek at it because Pickles will definitely. I'm going to make, because I'll probably fly into Oslo again. So I will definitely plan on a couple days in Oslo to hit some of the yarn shops that I really, really liked last time, to be able to go back and revisit them. And I'm already thinking, of course, while I'm there, because when I was there in 2019, I wasn't podcasting as regularly. I started the first Monday of January 2020, I started podcasting, and I have not missed a Monday since. So the podcasting thing, it just missed the trip to Norway. So I didn't do like any lives or any videos or anything on the last trip to Norway. But this one, there will be like regular like lives, like every day kind of thing. I'm already planning that. So I know, and we're getting excited, and it's over a year away. But you know, a year goes by really quick. So it'll be here before we know it. So that really, what that all means is that I need to start knitting the yarn that I brought back from my first trip, so I have some room so I can replenish my stock when I go back. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm gathering from everybody here that nobody is really stressing about their Christmas knitting yet, right? I mean, technically it's not even December, so we really don't need to worry or stress at all because we still have a whole month. I am not stressing either. I am just focused. That's what I'm going to say. Not stressed, but I am focused. Trying to, especially now that I've decided that I want my candy cane scarf. I really want to wear it Christmas Eve. Eric and I have plans to go downtown to the park, and we always like to wander around the whole park that's lit up. And I thought, wouldn't this be perfect? I actually am envisioning myself wearing this scarf and the hat on Christmas Eve. So I don't know. I have a blanket to get finished, but we'll see. Still thinking it's possible. I saw Suzanne said 26 days. Okay, 26 days. It's getting closer, 26 days. And you know, I have no time off before Christmas arrives. So there's not like I even have any extra days to sit and knit. It's just what I'm going to get done is going to get done. So we'll see. Noelle says she is not stressing about knitting, just about everything else I have to do before Christmas. Oh no, well, don't do that. You know what though? I do have to admit that I was so focused on decorating and knitting that I literally was getting ready for bed a couple of nights ago, and all of a sudden I thought, food. I'm hosting Christmas here at my house, and I haven't even given one thought to the menu yet. But I mean, I guess what really, there's not too much thought, turkey, stuffing. But all of a sudden I thought, oh my God, I haven't even thought about that yet. So there was maybe a little bit of a momentary panic there, thinking, okay, I guess I better get on that, or kind of get a little bit planned around that. But I'm not worrying about my knitting. So yeah, so I guess I kind of know what you mean, Noelle, about that. Diane, the sweater needs to be done. Oh, to be worn. Okay, Diane, yes, give us a little bit more, because this is the rockets, right? This is for your husband's Christmas party. Okay, how close are you? So are you stressing or are you just focused? I hope you're not stressing. So how far are you on this sweater? So December 11th, so you still have just under 2 weeks. How far are you? You're going to have to post a picture somewhere so we can see it. Oh, Anne, hi Anne. Most of your Christmas knitting is finished. That's exciting. I dream of that. Having it all done and wrapped. Oh no, Sam, you're stressing. You have, 3 Angel Illusion dishcloth. Oh, the big towels. Yes, Sam does a lot of illusion knitting, and some really big, not just the dishcloth, but the hand towels. And they're really, really pretty. Nancy, a gift exchange. Oh, that would be fun. That's right, Rockets to Mars. Oh, Diane, you're focused. Good, because I don't want anybody to be stressed. Donna, you were going to be home at Christmas, but a dear friend invited you for dinner. Oh, Donna, that makes me so happy. That's wonderful. Okay, so Diane, 11 rounds to finish the yoke. So we're talking this. So this is top down. So then once you finish the yoke, then you divide for the sleeves. Then is the body just plain? Oh, okay. But the sleeves aren't started yet. And there are flames at the bottom of the cuffs. In a pinch, nobody's going to know that the flames were supposed to be there if you just zoom around in the main color, right? Oh, that's going to be amazing. That's going to be fun. So, Diane, how did you come across the pattern? Yeah, I think that's amazing that it's such a good fit for your husband and the work that he does. All right. Oh my gosh. And we are almost at our hour. So we can have, well, why don't we chat for like another 5 minutes or so if anybody has anything left to chat about. But yeah, so we've got 5 or 10 minutes and then we will wrap up. So what else? I'm really excited. Okay. I'm thinking out loud here. Maybe you guys can help me. What color should my mitten cuffs be? I'm just thinking here. Thinking, okay, what color should I start with? Because I'm really thinking, I don't know what I want to do for a cuff, or maybe I will just do a hemmed cuff on this, not actual ribbing. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Any ideas? Purple or the red, maybe? Go for a darker color on the bottom? What do you guys think? Oh, red would be nice. So since I'm not a big fan of the red, start with the red so it'll be hidden under my coat. Is that what you're thinking there, Amber is? Oh, Sam, does Amber know that? Well, I guess she does now. I hope that wasn't supposed to be a surprise, was it? Oh, Diane, you sent me a picture? I can show it? Okay. Joanne, you're just starting your mitts? That's all right. Oh, okay. So I can post it. Okay, so I will post it. Where will I post it? Are you all right if I post it? I can post it in the Fiber Friends, and then I can post it on the Wildflower Wills Instagram if you're all right with that. And I'll just share it in my stories so people can take a look at it. Oh, okay. So Diane's saying purple. Amber said red. Nancy says purple. Oh, Sherry says purple. Okay. So Sherry's saying use the red leaves. I know. I think it would be nice for just a little accent. Just like I think everybody should put a little yellow. Because I know everybody doesn't like yellow. But I truly think a little bit of yellow just adds a little pop. Like I really like those two colors together. I think the yellow just gives a little pop of color. So you're right about the red. Maybe it won't be the focal point, but oh, Sue's saying red. Okay, thanks, Diane. I will share it so people can enjoy it. Noelle's saying purple. Oh, yes, Diane. Okay, yes, I did. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yes, you sent me pictures last week. I did see those. And okay, so I can just share those ones. Yes. Okay. Oops. Rocket to Mars. Okay. Sue saying red. So Diane, you just found it on Ravelry? Oh, Susanna, you're knitting with the yellow? That's exciting. Okay, so red, purple. I'm thinking purple. Purple. Okay, purple it is. Thanks for your suggestions, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find the end in here. Do my little twirly and see what happens. Oh, that's right, Diane. You were a test knitter. That's right. It's coming back to me. Oh, I messed this up because I'm pulling it too many. Let's see what this does. I could also stripe it. I could stripe it. I could stripe it. Uh-oh. I think I made a mess of this. I'm just going to pull it all out. All right. Find an end, and then I will cast on here. Find some needles. I've got my DPNs here. I know, yarn perf. Oh, Sam, so you're giving me your suggestion. This is the color I should do them in, like my stripes? Purple, red, green, gray, yellow. Purple, red, purple, red. That would look pretty. I did end up with a mess. Yikes. All right. Well, everybody, we are getting pretty close to 9 o'clock. This has been a lovely chat with everybody. It's a great way to start the week. Thanks to everybody who takes the time to vote in Instagram, because that is fun to see which things, which project, which yarn, which color, whatever is pulling ahead in the voting standings, which one comes behind. You know, it's just, I don't know. I just find it really fun. And I'm not sure, well, because I can see more of what people are voting for and what the numbers actually are. But I think if you guys go back and look at the stories, you just get a view of the, do you just have to tap it? Can you even see it after you've voted? I think you can. If you tap on it, does it let you see the numbers? But anyways, so it's really fun for me because it does, every time I have a little break at work, I just pull up my phone and check and see, you know, what's ahead, and get an idea of what I'm going to be casting on later on that night. So it is a fun way to start the week. And you know, and I always do say, you know, I love Mondays because it is just a brand new week and we can make it be whatever we want it to be, knitting or otherwise. And I am like putting out there speedy knitting for everybody. No drop stitches, no miscounting a color work chart, no miscrossing cables, because really we're getting to that point where we just don't have time to do too much on knitting, right? Because that could be the tipping, you know, what tips us from being focused to stressed, and we don't want that. So I'm sending out good knitting vibes to everybody who is working on Christmas knits. And hopefully I keep some of that good luck for me too. So everybody, I'm going to wrap up now. It has been fun. It's always lovely chatting, seeing what you guys are knitting on, what you're working on. So you can join Jocelyn and I. We'll be live here, like I said, Thursday night, which is always fun. Chatting with Jocelyn is always a riot. And it is always a complete gamble as to if we have gotten our predictions, our goals accomplished for the month. We have a very solid 50%, 50-50 track record going. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So we will see, I guess, Thursday night. I know Jocelyn's told me she's been busily knitting away. I have been very busily knitting away, and I'm going to continue with that tonight. So I'm going to cast this on, and happy knitting, everybody. Have a great week. I will see you Thursday night if you join Jocelyn and I. I will see you live Friday night in the Fiber Friends Facebook group. Cheryl and I will be there for the live, and our podcast comes out on Saturday, and then I'll be back here again Monday giving you an update on this new pair of mitts. So have a fantastic week. Get lots of knitting done, and take some pictures knitting, watching a Hallmark Christmas movie and tag me in it, because nothing will make me smile more than seeing that. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a great week, and I will chat to you soon. Bye for now.